I don't know if you saw, but the people responsible for the N-word takedown of Joe Rogan is a group called the Midas Touch. They partnered with the Twitter account that started the Rogan N-word assault, Patriot Takes. So it's weird that they wouldn't do it themselves because they have a podcast they're pretty darn proud of. In fact, one of the brothers called the top news podcast in the world. That's what they said the Midas Touch is. It's weird because I never heard of it. They've had guests on like Eric Swalwell and Ted Lieu and Mary Trump. They've had those guys on, Stu. That makes them a news podcast. And it can be found on Spotify, by the way. It's weird that they're carving out their own little space on Spotify while trying to take down Spotify for this. Anyway, here's what Rolling Stone wrote in a piece about them back in April 2021. Ready? Midas Touch says it's staffed solely by the Missilis brothers or whatever, with the primary goals of protecting American democracy, defeating Trumpism, and holding Republicans accountable. Boy, that sounds like news to me. We're going to meet those lofty goals by building a massive online grassroots movement. We just built trust, and we're very transparent about who we are. And we're able to connect with people on a personal level because they knew who was actually behind it. Then why wouldn't you release it with your name? Why go through a Twitter account that's not associated with you? Why go through Patriot Takes? And notice Patriot Takes, isn't that a little confusing too? Patriot Takes it seems like it's coming from the right, which it wasn't. Midas Touch, the financial structure, according to the Rolling Stone magazine, leaves room for third parties to receive undisclosed payments. Set up that the former top FEC lawyer says thwarts transparency and violates campaign laws. Oh my gosh. This is almost like BLM. The heart of Midas Touch's opaque finances is an arrangement with a Virginia company called Prestige, WW Inc. Prestige is run by Adam Park-Homenko. Now, this is the Midas Touch political strategist and former aide to Hillary Clinton, who later did political work for Michael Avenatti. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And by the way, one of the law partners for the Midas Touch was a witness to the events at the center of the extortion scheme, and he was called in to testify in the Avenatti case. Anyway, so this other group frequently promotes Midas Touch on social media. Now, Rolling Stone started to ask questions, and they found out that that's a super PAC, and Prestige WW has no public-facing website. So, wait, hang on. So they're doing work, and it's a company, and it has no public-facing website. The way Rolling Stone found it was just through state corporate filings. So this is the company, now follow this. This is the company that the people who produced the Joe Rogan N-word video partner with. But listen how they partner, because remember, the Midas Touch brothers, they work for free. Okay, they take all of those donations, and they give them right directly to the people who can really make a difference. Except one of the brothers, Brett, he is being paid for his work producing videos for the Super PAC. But the person paying him is Prestige WW. You know, the one that they get money from, and then the Midas Touch brothers, they send it to Prestige because they're a consultant. Apparently, Brett, the brother of the Midas Touch, he's being paid for consulting Prestige. So they're paying for consulting to a company that is paying them for consulting. It's weird. It's weird, sure. But I'm sure that it's completely, there's no way that's a pass through where that money is just being, kind of laundered. There's no way that is happening. So these people are crazy lefties that have a podcast. I think anybody could have a podcast on Spotify. Have a podcast that they say is the number one news podcast in the world. Okay. They're the ones going after Spotify. They're the ones that are doing it. Somebody who used to work for Hillary Clinton, you know why they're doing it, right? They're doing it because they're proud of doing it. Now that it has gone out under somebody else's website and people have found out, oh, it's the Midas Touch guys, now they're proud of it. Why are they proud of it? Because now they can raise even more money. We're taking down Joe Rogan, the big bad evil guy. Well, who's going to be giving money there? The Hillary Clintons of the world, not the average person. They're going for the big fish. They're going for the big donors. It's yet another group of people that have sold out for cash. Don't believe a damn thing. Spotify, last night, the CEO wrote this ridiculous letter. There are no words that I can adequately convey how deeply sorry I am for the way the Joe Rogan Experience controversy continues to impact each of you. Not only are some of Joe Rogan's comments incredibly hurtful, really, in context, I want to make sure that they don't represent the values of this company. And I know the situation leaves many of you feeling drained and frustrated and unheard.
This weird terminology they keep using, like drained, exhausted, tiring. Like, what is this? Like, they act like they just ran a marathon. Because somebody 10 years ago said a word you don't like? You're drained? What kind of weirdo are you?
You should listen to them. That's why they feel unheard, because of people like you.
Yeah,
I think it's important that you're aware that we've had conversation with Joe and his team about some of the content of his show, including the history using some racially insensitive language. Following these discussions and his own reflections, he chose to remove a number of episodes from Spotify. He also issued an apology over the weekend. Then he goes into his apology, blah, 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 blah. But if we believe in having an open platform as a core value of the company, then we must also believe in elevating all types of creators, including those from underrepresented communities and a diversity of backgrounds. If I hear a diversity of backgrounds one more time, what you're saying is somebody who believes and spouts exactly what the left says, but is a person of color. If you're a person of color and you don't spout what the left says, then you're not part of that underrepresented community, okay? And I don't know why I go to Apple TV and they suggest, hey, here's a bunch of movies from black filmmakers. Oh. Well, I'm only interested in the movies from Asian filmmakers tonight. How about just giving me good movies? How about just giving me good movies? Now we're expected to judge the content of one show based on their skin color. Is that what it is? I should like this movie because it was directed by a black man or a black woman or a black transgender woman or a black transgender woman who lost her arm fighting against she got it caught into a voting machine and she was fighting against Donald Trump. That's the director I want. That's why Spotify is going to commit an investment of $100 million for the licensing, development, and marketing of music and artists and songwriters and audio content from the historically marginalized groups. Wow. Wow, isn't that great? Now, anyone can be on Spotify. Anyone can be on Spotify. Okay? Scott Baio could be on Spotify. I just want you to know that. This will dramatically increase our efforts in these areas. While some might want us to pursue a different path, I believe more speech on more issues can be highly effective in improving the status quo and enhancing the conversation together. Whoa, you are way out of touch, mister. I deeply regret that you're carrying so much of this burden. You're not carrying any burden. What burden are you carrying? I also wanted to be transparent in setting the expectation that in order to achieve our goal of becoming a global audio platform, these kind of disputes will be inevitable. Yes, they will. But you don't want them to be, those of you on the left. One of the things that I have been thinking about is what additional steps we can take to further balance creator expression with user safety. Dude, you're Spotify. You're not making chainsaws. I've asked our teams to expand the number of outside experts we consult on these efforts, and we look forward to sharing more details. So your idea is to get more elites? Let's get some more elites in here to tell us how we can be less divisive while we're being divisive. What experts do you need? Listen to the people, man. Listen to the people. By the way, for the first time in my life, I don't know if it helps that Spotify is not an American company. It's based in Sweden. Does that help, Joe Rogan, on freedom of speech? That they're not an American company? For the first time in my life, I have no idea.